welcome or welcome back to Fix My AG Doll. My name is Sarah, and today I want to talk about what I think might be coming based on some things that I've seen online for American Girl in the future. I apologize if you've noticed I haven't been posting very much. I just had a very, very busy end of the year. I went to Egypt for a couple of weeks. It was a wonderful, wonderful trip. And just in my professional life, I also had a lot going on, a lot of good things. But it just meant that I had a lot less free time in my schedule to be doing, all this kind of stuff that I do on the side. So, anyways, I'm back and I have a couple weeks off, so I'm planning on pre filming a bunch of content so I can be uploading a little bit more regularly. But, anyways, what am I going to be talking about today? So, first, I want to talk about upcoming kind of changes that American Girl is probably going to be making that I'm kind of guessing on based on what we saw last year and what we're starting to see on the website. And then, just some other things that I think could potentially be coming out. In the background, as usual, you can see me dressing my girlies for the month of December. I kind of had a theme of holidays, so like Christmas and Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, but then I also have there some of the like winter coat outfits. I actually like the winter coat outfits more than I like the holiday outfits. I don't know if that's like sacrilegious in the American Girl community, but I don't know. I just really like the look of the dolls really all bundled up. Yeah, and then Nanea is wearing a swimsuit and Kaya's wearing her jingle dress. So, yeah, that kind of gives you a preview of what you'll be looking at on the screen. So, in terms of my first prediction is I think we're going to see a lot more of the rollout of kind of soft re-releases of the historical characters. So, what I mean by that is last year Julie was quote unquote re-released. It was I'm calling this a soft re-release because it's not like she ever went away, but they re-released her with a journal rather than the full like meat book or like the first book in the six book series or like the Be Forever kind of first three books segmentation longer chapter book. Earlier in this winter, meaning 2024, Nanea it said like sold out, and now she said it just says it's that she's back ordered. So like I'm looking on the website right now, and she says that, or she, American Girl says that she's back ordered till February 28th. And if you look closely, she has Nanea My Diary instead of her like Be Forever book, which is kind of a big deal, I think, because Nanea, so unlike Julie, Nanea was only ever in the Be Forever release era, right? So she came out with those two books. She had some, kind of secondary books like all the other dolls do, like Mystery and Choose Your Own Adventure kind of books that they trialed. But she never had the six book structure. So I'm curious about like whether this diary will cover all of the events that happened in her first book because her first book is really long. I mean, all these Be Forever chapter books are a lot longer than, the 60 to 70 page meat book that the company started with. Um, or is it going to cover just what, a meat book typically would cover, like a shorter amount of content? I think this is smart on their end because it seems like they're trying to get more of a younger audience interested in the brand. And so for, let's say they're aiming now for 6 year olds, a 160 page or more book is pretty daunting and it's not age appropriate for a 6 year old to be reading. And they also just don't have the attention span to be, kind of keeping in mind all of those details for such a long period of time. Just developmentally. I'm not making a commentary on like, oh, kids these days. No, no, no. Like 6 year olds at any time point, the average 6 year old, if you're one of those people who's like super into reading and always has been, okay, you're an exception. The average 6 year old, like that's just way too much. And so shortening it and including more pictures and everything into the diary would be a lot more appealing, and maybe would also be more appealing to the wallet holders, meaning parents, grandparents, whoever are gifting these gifts, to purchase this doll, for their younger child, maybe while they're still interested in toys. Yeah, so that's already like on the website, and I hope that they will kind of do like a soft relaunch again, like they did with Julie. Maybe they won't, but when they did the Julie soft relaunch, she also came back with a few different outfits, and I would love for that to happen for Nanea as well, to kind of make this re-release a bigger deal. So right now she has that like two-piece swimsuit that's red and white stripes that you'll see me dressing my Nanea in actually in this video. You have her pajamas, her beach accessories, her holoku dress, and then her hula outfit is also back ordered. That's until March 14th. So I'm wondering if they might bring back some of her pieces that they think might be interesting to people. Like, for example, I think it's her Palaka outfit, goes for a ridiculous amount of money on the secondhand market and is very cute. It's still definitely on trend, would be a outfit that they would hopefully be able to sell well, especially in like the spring and summer. I know I would buy it if they re-released it. So, they could bring that back. Maybe they would bring a new outfit. Like with Julie, they brought back some old outfits, but they also gave her that school outfit for the first time. So I would love to see an additional concept for Nanea. Like, for example, I mean, just on the topic of like Christmas, she celebrates Christmas in the books, but she never gets a Christmas outfit. So would love to see something like that for her. Um, or, just some other activity based outfits, maybe having to do with like biking, or because she really wants a bike in the story. That's like one of the big premises. So maybe like, a bike riding outfit or a skating outfit or something really fun like that. I would love to see more for Nanea. And yeah, especially with Nanea's collection, like the thing that I struggle with, and let me know down in the comments if you feel the same way, is that it's so like limited in its scope. Like she has multiple different types of pajamas, she has multiple types of swimwear or swim adjacent type things, but then and hula and like dancing outfits, but like that's it. Like in terms of like everyday wear, she's very limited, which is just very odd to me. I'm like, okay, so her entire personality is beach. It's like giving Ken from Barbie. I don't know. I just want to see more from her, especially since in the book she actually doesn't spend that much time at the beach at all. The beaches are actually kind of like blocked off, probably because of Pearl Harbor. I don't know. So it's kind of an odd move, in my opinion, to have so many of her outfits be beachwear. Obviously, I understand the hula and the dancing outfits, but yeah, I would just love to see more kind of just Linnea hanging out around the house, playing with her friends kind of outfits, or, something additional she might wear to school, or yeah, things like that. I think that we could see more from her, especially since like 40s fashion, there's definitely a lot of things in contemporary fashion right now that are references to 40s fashion, and yeah, I think it could easily be something that would be appealing to a modern audience to bring back. I think that's why when, they brought back Molly, she keeps like selling really well. They keep like selling through their stock of Molly, and it seems like it did really well, like all of her other outfits and little accessories. So I'm like, let's do that for Nanea too. They're literally like from the same time period. Obviously different parts of the world, and they had different fashion influences, but they still had like similar silhouette structures, but maybe different patterns. And I think that that's exactly like the kind of fun stuff that I love to see American Girl play with. So yeah, I think that that's likely coming. I would be pretty disappointed, honestly, if they soft relaunch Nanea but don't give her the same treatment as Julie. Um, American Girl, I feel like just has been really, really playing favorites recently, and it just makes me sad because they're not really giving opportunities for other dolls to excel and do well financially for the company when they're not promoting or not putting out new stuff for them. And it's also weird to me too because it seems like Nanea was a very popular doll, at least like initially when she came out. Like there's a lot of Naneas on the secondhand market, so she clearly sold very well. And I don't think it's a coincidence that when they stopped paying so much attention to her, maybe her sales started going down. You would think that they would make that connection, but maybe they don't. So just putting that out there as well. Anyways, so given that this, new My Diary structure is already coming out for Nanea, um, I hope that we also see that for other dolls as well. And I know that's probably controversial again, because I know some people are really into the, um, you know, traditional six-story arc, and maybe you prefer the Be Forever arc to this My Diary. But honestly, I just feel like the My Diary setup is going to be a lot more palatable to kids, especially when you compare to the Be Forever book structure. I've read all of the American Girl historical books, and reading the Be Forever books honestly is like kind of a drag. I struggled through them in a way that I didn't expect. Nanea's books in particular, Melody's books as well. Mary Ellen's was less of a drag for me. I think that those were like decently like well written, but yeah, it's just a lot more difficult to read. And like if I'm like struggling to get through it as an adult, I can only imagine as a child like trying to read it how how much more challenging and intensive it is like cognitively to like get through everything that's in there, especially because in my opinion the Be Forever books just like have so much like unnecessary filler. So I think that the next contenders for this My Diary structure would naturally be Melody and Mary Ellen, the other girlies who were, kind of the first wave of the Be Forever dolls. And I want more releases for them as well. So, Melody, I would love to see re released her birthday outfit. And I would want to see new concepts for her as well. And with Mary Ellen, I don't know that I necessarily care for a lot of her outfits to be brought back. I would love to see new concepts for her, but she's already had so many concepts that I'm like, I truly don't even know like what more we can give this gal. I always like am kind of like struck when I look at Mary Ellen's wiki page with just how much stuff has been released for her. But yeah, I mean she was a popular doll, and I think she's still pretty decently popular as well. So I don't know what else they would release for her, but I'm sure they have something cooking. Um, yeah, so let me know what you think of the My Diary structure and that kind of move, and if they do more re-releases for these girlies like they did for Julie last year, what would you like to see, either in terms of outfits that were retired brought back or entirely new concepts for these dolls? I'm super interested to hear what you would like to see. And oh my gosh, I just went to the website and Mary Ellen has also been rebranded with the My Diary. So I guess that prediction came true, but she's back ordered until February 28th, which is the exact same day as the Nanea doll and like My Diary is back ordered until. So they must have like put in orders for both of them at the same time. So I'm wondering if at the end of February we'll see new outfits for both of them. And that kind of lines up with like the timing of when they released stuff, at least like last year. They tend to do things like at the end of winter, early spring. That's when we saw that big re-release of Kirsten, Addy, and Josefina. So maybe this year it'll be those girlies. I don't know. Yeah. Again, let me know what you think and what your opinions are about this. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is Girl of the Year and the Summer McKinney of it all. So I don't think I talked about like my opinions on Summer McKinney very much, or if at all, on this website. I don't collect Girl of the Year right now, and I'm not like a Girl of the Year hater. I'm not. I think they're beautiful dolls. I love that they have stories. I love that they're well thought out for the most part. Um, but I just don't have like the space or it's just basically not a financial priority for now. Eventually I will add Girls of the Year to my collection, but that's just not where I am now for probably like a little while. So anyways, I do still very much follow what's going on with Girl of the Year because like I said, I really love it as a doll line and will one day also collect it. But you may have noticed, especially if you are a Berry member or you like read their promotional emails all the time, that Summer McKinney has probably not been doing very well sale wise. They consistently are like putting her on sale, and it's just kind of shocking. Like she came out in September and I swear she's already been, her and her like entire collection has already been 25% off like 6 times at this point, and it's not even her year yet. It's not even 2025. I think they were anticipating many more sales for her, and that didn't happen. I think that they were expecting Lila again, but obviously they miscalculated. So I think they're going to have to take a step back and look at, what happened with Lila and what happened with Summer McKinney. I think that one thing that all companies are overlooking, though, is just the financial crisis of it all. Like, even though last year was tough, like, don't get me wrong, last year was tough financially, it's only been getting worse for most people. I think we can all kind of step back and realize that. So, I hope that they put that into consideration too, of like, it's not just the doll, it's also just like the global financial landscape. But that said, I do think that Lila, as a doll, as a concept, was much more well thought out and well curated for children. I think it's interesting that a lot of the discourse that I saw about Summer McKinney is that she's very JoJo Siwa rainbow. And yeah, she is. You're right. And when people said, like, oh, that's because they're trying to cater towards a younger audience, that's where you lost me because that was the younger audience of like 5 to 6 years ago now. That's not what young kids, meaning the 4 to 8-year-old range, are by and large really into anymore. We see that these like really big, colorful um, dolls, like LOL dolls, Rainbow High, and whatnot, they're not doing as well as they used to. There have been dips in quality, sure, but that usually doesn't affect like, the children's market. That's more of like the collector's market. Um, yeah, kids aren't really into like all of that kind of stuff as much as they were. There's always going to be kids who are into rainbows and unicorns and all of those kinds of things. Of course, that's like been the case for a long time. But in terms of it being like part of like the mainstream, it's not anymore. We have kind of more of like a rise, at least in like young girl culture, still girliness, but a lot more like being trendy, being, you know, older than you actually are, which is, I think, why Lila did so well because she's dressed kind of like a high schooler rather than a 9-year-old. But she still had the pink, she still had the glam, she had the gorgeous locks, she had the like kind of soft face paint that still made it look like she kind of has makeup on. Her interests that she was into were like kind of this like fierce independence building, right? Like gymnastics and horseback riding, like it's like cool girl kind of activities, so to say. Again, like we're talking about from the perspective of like a 6-year-old. But Summer McKinney just doesn't have that same kind of like oomph energy that I think a lot of kids are into. So I think that for Girl of the Year in the upcoming year, they're probably like scrambling to try and recreate the kind of magic they had with Lila. And so what I think that that means is, well, one, I really don't think it's going to be a doll of color. I think that it should be 100%. I think that it should be, but I think that it won't be because of how poorly the sales for summer have been going. They kind of want like a guaranteed hit. And unfortunately, dolls of color don't sell as well as the white dolls in American Girl for many reasons that we can get into. But I think that they're, gonna try and make a doll that looks like a lot of their clientele, which will be pale to tan-ish, brown hair, and then some color eye. Maybe they'll do blonde, but I feel like brown hair dolls actually sell really well because a lot of girls have brown hair. So I think that they'll do that. And I think that the activity, again, will be something that a lot of kids can relate to. And by kids, I mean kids who come from money, because again, that's who their main clientele is. So I think we're going to probably see maybe some more dancing again. I don't think we're going to see science. I don't think that we're going to see any kind of more, you know, traditionally masculine sports like football or baseball. I think we'll probably get a more feminine coded sport, maybe like a tennis, maybe like another something adjacent to gymnastics like dance or poms or cheer or something like that that they think that parents will respond to. Because I think that's also another aspect that people are missing when they talk about and critique American Girl is that yes, they are marketing towards children, but really their main marketing demographic is parents of children because kids don't have $130 to save up for an American Girl doll, or if they do, it'll take them a long time, right? Who's the person that's shelling out the money? It's the middle to upper class parents who are buying these products, and so they have to make it palatable to those audiences. So all of those kinds of activities, those kinds of, you know, demographic features will be what will sell well to those people. So unfortunately, I don't think that it will be the year for another doll of color for Girl of the Year. That said, maybe they will listen to the kind of the demand that people had when there were the leaks of Summer's release, and I don't remember what the character's name is. I apologize. Haven't read Summer's books, but the friend that's on some of the illustrations, maybe even on one of the covers of her books, that's a black character. A lot of people were talking like, oh, are we going to get two dolls this year? And obviously that didn't happen, but maybe they listened to that and we might get a best friend doll. I don't think that that's enough. I think that that might be a way that they kind of meet us in the middle. We'll see. If they do release kind of this more like stereotypical Girl of the Year doll that they know will sell well to parents, I really hope that it's at least a variation of activities that we haven't seen before. In particular, I would love to see a Girl of the Year doll that does ballroom dancing. And that's my bias because I did ballroom dancing as a kid, but I would love to see that. I think that would be so fun. Like the outfit potential, hello. That would be just so, so, so fun. And especially with all the hype with Dancing with the Stars recently and how well like that last season went, like, parents might also be interested in that, and maybe they're signing their own kids up for more of that kind of style of dance. I think we've seen like tap and ballet and those kinds of things like to no end. So I'd love to see a new type of style of dance. Anyways, the last thing that I want to mention is that I did find like a couple of things on the gray market that piqued my interest. So I'll put the pictures up on the screen here. So the first was the Caroline's map. So if you don't know the kind of TLDR on this map is that her father was imprisoned. That's not a spoiler. That happens in like the first 2 pages of the book. And she has to go and try and give him a hint for how to get out of the prison and avoid getting captured safely. And so she does that stealthily through the use of a map. I ordered this piece, so I'm very curious to see whether the tag has the American Girl typography that was around when she was released, or whether it's the new one. Because if it's the new one, that may mean we are getting Miss Caroline back. So I will definitely keep you posted once that arrives. The other thing that I saw is Addy's school jacket. It says Pleasant Company on here, so it may be Pleasant Company tagged, and it's just something that was found in a warehouse, and they're just trying to sell it. I don't know, but I would love it if they re-released Addie's school outfit. Yeah, so I saw those pieces there, and it just got me excited about that. Let me know if you've heard anything else or if you have any releases that you would like to see in the next year that you're excited for. And let's go ahead and see what the girlies are wearing this month. Winter is my absolute favorite season for AGs, so here we go. Nellie's wearing her winter outfit and or winter coat, I should say, and Samantha is rocking her Christmas outfit. This is the original one from Samantha's Surprise, and she also has her little doll Clara with her. I absolutely love Nellie in this fit, and this isn't my favorite Samantha outfit, but she's definitely still looking very cute. And then Miss Kit is wearing her Christmas dress with the little Scotty pin. I love that little detail, and I think that Ruthie just looks absolutely stunning in this outfit. This is Kit's outfit from Changes for Kit, so it's her coat and beret and gloves and the work boots that go with that. I just love Ruthie. She's so cute. And Miss Felicity is wearing her winter cloak as well as her Christmas dress and the patents and all of the little winter accessories that go with that fit. And Elizabeth is obviously doing the same, minus the extra additional accessories, which I wish they would have come out with that for Elizabeth. I would have loved to see a little muff and patents and everything. Emily is wearing her winter coat, and I think it's called like her snowsuit, and she has Molly's little nurse. And Ivy is wearing the calico dress, and on top of that, Julie's velvet winter coat, which, oh, I'm obsessed with this winter coat. I think it's one of my favorite winter coats that AG has ever made. It's so luxurious feeling. I wish that they would do more of this kind of suede fabric. Please and thank you. Rebecca is wearing her original Hanukkah outfit with her beef rubber meat necklace, and Melody is wearing the Kwanzaa outfit that's currently available in the American Girl store. And it's because I ran out of outfits for her. She wore her Christmas outfit last month for Thanksgiving. So she's wearing this outfit, which I think is an absolutely gorgeous outfit. It's well worth the price. I highly recommend it. Miss Kaya is wearing her jingle dress. I love, love, love this outfit. Any outfit with sound effects is a big thumbs up for me. And Nanea is wearing this swimsuit that's currently available at American Girl. She doesn't have a Christmas dress, so I put her in this swimsuit that seemed kind of like cotton candy, or not cotton candy, cotton candy cane themed. So yeah, I thought that fit a little bit at least. And then Kirsten is wearing her St. Lucia outfit, of course, and Addie's wearing her surprise Christmas outfit. And yeah, I guess she's never had any other version of her Christmas outfit, so they aced it the first time. No need to do a redo. I think they both look like absolute icons. These are probably the most popular, like, of the original Pleasant Company outfits for Christmas. At least it seems like it amongst collectors. Claudie is wearing her winter coat as well as her little Christmas accessories, the Velveteen Rabbit, the little tin. And Mary Ellen is wearing her birthday dress because I waited too long and the prices were way too high for her Christmas dress. And I figured this dress actually kind of looks like a Christmas dress, so why not? Am I right? It has that kind of like minty, frosty look to it. So, yeah, I thought it fit. And Josefina doesn't have a little buddy, unfortunately, but she is wearing her original Christmas dress with Nina in her hand. I think she looks so gorgeous. Let me know who is your favorite, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.